Hello everyone, welcome back to EuroHub and welcome to the series of lectures in Aircraft Structures 1 or Introduction to Aircraft Structures. In the previous lecture, we have seen the elements of structures and also we have given the highlights of different modules that will be covering in this series of lectures. Let's start. So first of all, we'll be discussing about the structural element of a wing. And I have told you a structure is an assembly of load carrying members. So for a wing, we have different types of members that are the skin, spars, stringers as well as the ribs. And the skin will be carrying the shear stress and spar will be carrying the bending load. Stringers will be carrying the axial load and ribs will be carrying the concentrated load. We will be discussing about the load transfer in a wing in the upcoming lecture. And you can see an image of a aircraft wing. This is the inside view, that's without the skin of the wing. Okay, so you can see this airfoil shaped structure. These are called the ribs. Then you can see the spars. For a wing, mostly we'll be having more than one spar, or maybe two spar or three spar. This is mainly to avoid the differential bending of the wing. So we'll be designing in such a way that there will be more than one spar. Okay, so let's see the functions. Well, you can see an image here. These are the stringers that is mainly used to reduce the buckling effect of the skin. Okay, that is mainly used to strengthen the skin. And this part is called the spar. The spar is divided into spar cap and spar web. The spar cap will be carrying the bending load and the spar web will be carrying the shear load. Similarly, the skin of the wing will be carrying the shear load. Then we have the ribs that will be providing the shape of the aircraft, shape of the wing. So ribs, I told you earlier, that provide the aerodynamic shape and it will be functioning as an attachment point for landing gears as well as the engine. And the ribs will be transferring the loads to the stringers. We'll be seeing that in the upcoming lecture. And the main function of the ribs is also to reduce the number of, reduce the buckling. And if you see an aircraft at the root, we will be having large amount of load. So there will be more amount of ribs that is distributed at the root of the wing when compared to the tip of the wing. So it is mainly to reduce the effect of high amount of load that is experienced at the root of the aircraft, root of the wing of the aircraft. And in the case of a spar, these are the most important component, and spars prevents the twisting of the wing and it will be divided into spar cap and spar web. And in the case of a spar, it is designed based upon an I section. This is an I section, and the top, this is called flange, and this is called the flange, upper flange and lower flange, and this one is called the web. Okay, so the flange will be carrying the bending load and the web will be carrying the shear load. And mostly we will be using an I section for an aircraft wing. Okay, I told you earlier we will be using more than one spar or it will be two spar wing. It will be mainly used to reduce something called differential bending. Okay, what is differential bending? I have made a video earlier. Please check out the videos of my channel. Then stringers are mainly used to reduce the effective length of buckling, and also it is mainly used to strengthen the wing. And design criteria that is used is called torsional rigidity. That is, we should design a stringer in such a way that the rotation should be minimum. Okay. Now let's see the fuselage structure, and we have monocoque structure and semi-monocoque structure. And you should be aware that a monocoque structure is a structure in which the skin will be carrying the entire load. And in the case of a semi-monocoque structure, we have extra structural element that can carry the loads. Okay, the skin, in the case of monocoque structure, it is called skin effective in bending. In the case of semi-monocoque structure, that is a skin ineffective in bending. This is a monocoque structure, you can see here. And this part is called the frames, or this is also called formers. The frames will be providing the shape of the fuselage and it will be carrying the concentrated load similar to the ribs of the aircraft wing. And there is something called bulkhead. Bulkhead are nothing but a closed disc shaped structure that is mainly used to divide the compartment, like divide the sections of an aircraft. And bulkhead is also having a curved disc shaped structure that will be used as the at the nose part of the fuselage. And if you consider a semi-monocoque structure, we have something called longeron that is similar to the stringers of an aircraft wing. And the longerons will be providing the buckling strength. And one more important case is while you arrange the frames, the distance between two frames should be minimum. If the distance is increasing, the buckling of a skin will be also getting increased. So it is always advisable to reduce the length between the two frames. You have an optimum length, and also the arrangement of longerons also will reduce the buckling of the skin. The main important function of the frames and stringers are to reduce the buckling and to transfer the load. And in the case of frames, the section we are using is an I section. And in the case of stringers, we will be using an inverted hatch section. And the main main function why we are using an inverted hatch section is nothing but for the easy maintenance of the aircraft, easy inspection of the airframe structures. Okay, so this is about this lecture. Thank you for listening. Take care.